Well, you join me looking across the Avon Valley. Somewhere in the middle there you'll find the River Avon. That is well and truly still in flood. Absolutely unbelievable. You got the stately home there. Looking back down there, you can't really see it very well, but you'll see Ringwood. And yeah, they're all good really. We've parked up there and pitched up there. Nice short walk. The main reason for this swim is there's a mirror that I have yet to catch that comes out of this swim. Not regularly, realistically, unfortunately. It's very irregularly, but it seems to come out of here only. I don't think there's really many captures where it's come out of anywhere else. I'm not even sure there has been. I need to ask my the Oracle of the Lake about that, just to find out really. So I've set up in here. The wind's currently southwesterly. It's going to change to northwesterly, stroke westerly. So I was going to sort of go out. I'm normally sort of a clump of trees over the top of the bramble bush in front of me, out over there. There. That's where I sort of normally go. I sort of drove around this morning and stopped in there's a point just over there. Stopped there for a little while. Did see fish sort of along that bank along there, top. From over here, could have been a cormorant. I think it was a carp. I'm quite convinced it was a carp, but it was the same fish topped a couple of times. It looked like it was on the move. I have seen fish out in front of me here. The guys I know that was in here last night also saw fish yesterday afternoon out in front of here as well. So what I've simply done is wrapped it up the same amount of wraps and stuck 2 single hook baits over the top of his bait. I will spom out sort of midday-ish some boilies out there, but not too many. Just try and sort of lay a little bit of a boilie trail out there. They're both on the same spot at the moment. I'm going to sit here observing what the potential is for anything else out there. I've been probably here for about 3 hours now. About the last hour the rods have been out. I then sort of made my mind up to put the bivvy up. I haven't put the overwrap, only put a few bits and bobs in there at the moment, so I've got somewhere comfortable to sit, a little bit warm. Seen 2 tench top over the spot now, so that would be a brilliant start, wouldn't it? But there you go, they're clearly sort of active, but you do have a few options in this swim. You got to the right and to the left in here that you can actually sort of fish realistically. I used to quite like fishing the right quite a lot, so I think 12 o'clock time I'm going to lead about over there and lead a little bit out and about over there, just to sort of give me an option to whether to actually leave 2 rods on the same spot or move 1 rod. I do quite like that margins along there. I've caught bait from there before, so I just have to just sort of see really. Might have to reel in and go for a walk around and have a little bit of a look at that to find out exactly where I can cast along there now, because where I used to fish, I don't know if you can actually do that now, because this looks like it's some branches going in the water, so I need to go and have a little look, be aware of that. I must admit, with this wind as it is, I might be sorely tempted to flick the deeper out actually and get that drifting out in this wind. And that's something I might go and do in a moment actually, because that could be a bit of a bonus out here. I only need to flick it out, just a gentle flick, and it will sort of drift out and cover a lot of this water without me bothering to make too much of a disturbance. So I do believe I'm going to go and do that. What I really do need is I nearly need a woolly hat on my head, but there we go. Right, let's see where we go, shall we? Well, afternoon, where are we now? 12:30ish, I think. Played around with the deeper, didn't find anything too sort of spectacular. I've had a look around here before in the past, and it's sort of like the most barren, flattest part of the lake. It's just unbelievable, really. So I just hunted out the harder spots. So I'm quite happy about where everything is. I'm fishing over the top of one of the other Syndicate members, a guy called Andy. He sort of put me onto that spot after seeing a few fish yesterday afternoon and a few fish this morning. Quite interested about the wind, actually. It wasn't supposed to be this windy, I didn't think, but anyway, there we go. The weatherman didn't even predict the rain that we got this morning, so good old weatherman. I better have a check on the weatherman after. Well, I'm going to put my overwrap on in a little while. But yeah, no, I've got one rod out in open water, and I've got one rod along the left-hand margins. When I say margins, I'm probably sort of 30 foot off the margins, because it's got to be a bit sort of safer. You can normally set up pretty much on your rods down here, but the water level is up a good foot. Obviously, you know, there is an outlet pipe to take the water out, but as you've seen earlier, it's only going to, it's probably level with the river now, so everything's sort of leveled itself off, really, and just have to wait for the river to drop down and the lake will go back to normal. And yeah, all will be well, really. So yeah, I'm gonna try and they call it no carp corner because not many people catch carp. Generally, I find no carp corners translate to cold corner, because this does not get the sunshine at all, and if the southwesterly wind blows a hoolie, it comes through like a wind tunnel, really, so it can get a bit sort of rough. So I'm going to try and do a reasonable amount of time down here, purely because that mirror that comes out from down here, the only way I'm going to catch it is being in a swim that it comes out from. The only other fish I'm interested in is a nice big fat 40-pound common, and that comes out of a completely different area. So I think if I can't get in here, I'm just going to have to go and pitch up in that area and take it from there, really. That comes out from sort of various areas, so we'll have to see. I've got to do a little bit of there's a weed bed I saw, still seems to be in situ. I don't know whether it's like the floating rafts. I shall find out when the northwest wind blows tomorrow, because in theory it should move it. So yeah, I'm going to have to sort of flit in between two swims, I think, and sort of take my chances. Next weekend I'm doing a social with a mate on the start of new winter water, realistically. So that'll be interesting. Got to tread carefully there on the videoing and the recording and stuff, mainly because it's in a very private posh school. So yeah, there's lots of rules and regulations about it. So I've got to sort of like tread carefully. So yeah, you might find those videos are a little bit shorter than my normal ones, which is, I'm quite liking doing the longer videos at the moment, so it could be a little bit sort of problematic. We'll just have to see how we get on, really. See what we can do. I think on the winter days when it's raining and miserable and cold, I think I might be a little bit sort of safer than I am in the summer. I'm in a sort of it's a club, really, but you have to get nominated to join and have to go through an interview process. I think I've been a member, I don't know now, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, don't know. Never fished any of the waters, never sort of really done it. Ian got me in because he's a member and does all the pike, and we're sort of supposed to do the pike over the last couple of years, but what with his having sort of laser treatment on his eyes and then an extended working contract that he couldn't say no to, so it sort of went a little bit sort of wayward, really. But there's time left, I must admit, and yeah, you can only do a maximum of 2 nights on there, which is probably good, because I Should probably only do a maximum of 2 nights through the winter. We'll see. I don't know, we're just going to see how it sort of pans out. I might even try and join another little lake, and after the perch and the days, sort of do day fishing, but I'm not. I need to actually force myself to go and do that one, and then I'll be into it and really thoroughly loving it. So we shall see where we go from there, really. But no, you know, well, I haven't had a brew yet. Nothing's. I haven't got any. I think I've got. Oh, I've got the cooking box in here. I haven't got anything else. Nothing at all. I've got my chair. The bed's in here. My sleeping bag's not in here. Nothing's in there. I need to look at my chair because I look like I might be rolling out of it to the left at the moment. I might have to do a bit of adjusting on that. I was just looking at sort of angles that way. You need flat bed chairs, don't you? Got to be comfortable when you're fishing. Yeah, so I might have to readjust that one actually. Because what I've got is I've got some really sort of thick, sort of about inch padding down on the floor, trying to sort of keep my feet off the floor, off the cold floor, obviously because I suffer with bad circulation and cold feet. I just doesn't matter, no matter what I've done. I spent thousands on stuff, none of it works. It's basically down to the fact that my feet sweat, and then that in turn sort of they get cold. Even the merino wool socks don't work. So I'm trying some new ones out at the moment that I've sort of led to believe might actually work. We'll see. It's we shall see. I'm not going to report back anything at the moment because I'm first wearing them today. So it's and I've got warm feet at the moment, but I've been trotting around, stomping around, doing stuff. So I don't think that makes much difference realistically. So we shall have to see. I need to do a little bit of a tidy up. I wouldn't mind a brew. I think lunch is going to be tea, which is normally what it normally is down here, but I'll try and do it about 3ish. Got a bit of an early lunch. Quite nice. Got to stick me over wrap over it. That's what the T2 was bought for, was for winter. I just got a bit obsessed with using it in the summer, so I've got the inner capsule on, which is what you can see here. I'll have the over wrap on, so 3 layers, should keep myself nice and warm. That's all we can hope for, really, isn't it? That's all we can do. Just keep myself a little bit of extra warmth. But we'll see. So, fingers crossed. It's going to be. I'm not in the most productive swim for carp. That is one thing I'm not in. But it's not. I think the sessions I get in here, I have to accept it's not going to be that productive. It's all about what fish I'm trying to catch. Whereas, some other times if I can't get in here, I'll just have to go in the other swims and I might catch a few more fish. Don't know. It has been going through a lean period, but it seems to sort of picked up a little bit last weekend. So, interesting. Just have to see really. Another good reason for picking this swim is I get a fantastic view looking up the lake. So if it's all flat calm tonight and get out for a wee and I hear fish and stuff, I'll be able to spot them, which is sort of another sort of reason why I've come here as well. There's a couple of reasons I've sort of gone for this swim. Beyond that mirror. Yeah, can only but try, can't we now? That wind is pretty strong. Right, as I've been waffling for nearly 9 minutes, and all you've seen is absolutely nothing, I'm going to, what we're going to do, we're going to stop it and go outside with you. Right, there we go, you can see what I mean. More literally, up the back of the bay that's over there, and a few tiny little corners and bits and pieces. You've more or less got the whole view of the lake here. You can see everything and anything at all whatsoever. So I can see if there's any fish, see what's moving around, etc., etc. And yeah, all should be good. You can see the sort of all set up there. The car's just there. Yeah, the wind sort of rattles through this gap, comes straight down the valley, straight across the the water meadows, and yeah, straight through here. Hence why the bivvy's rattling around a little bit. But yeah, it's supposed to change to northwest, which I'm now about to go and check on, just in case it doesn't actually change to northwest. And I've got to suffer this sort of wind for the next 48 hours. But we'll see. You know, it's people do double up in here, because you can, you know, you can stick baits in this corner, stick baits along that bank there. There's it's probably a really good double swim, to be perfectly honest with you. Absolutely fantastic double swim. But yeah, it's for 2 rods, it's just not enough. But there we go. Another story, really. Right. Let's just hope we can manage to bag something. It'll be good, especially the first trip back on here. I did a sort of 3 trips on here earlier on in the year, didn't I? That you'd have seen, and managed to manage 1 fish each trip. So I can manage 1 more this trip. I'll be happy. Be an interesting start. Rightio. Well, after that, disaster struck. I've got to go home. My wife's got a problem with her car. Kids have got to go to things, do things, etc., etc. We all know about those things. So, yeah, I'm slowly but surely packing up. It's a bit unfortunate. I've just got everything all set up perfectly, and it's all good and perfect. Yeah, so bit disappointing. It's things we don't need in it, really. But hey, you know, you got to do these things. Yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, I haven't got a lot more to say, really. I'll probably tag this on the front of my next trip, because it's just total waste of time and bothering with this trip, because it's only going to be about 20 minutes long. I might do, I don't know though. I've done about 20 minutes. You know, I have actually fished for a few hours, and I'm probably going to still be here by 2:30ish, something like that. Don't know. We shall see. Anyway, I've got to try and get that bivvy down without getting it blown away in this hurricane wind. We'll see. I'm glad I parked my car here. Weirdly, that was one of the odd reasons I'd actually park my car here and fish the swim, just in case I have a problem. And, you know, did I psychologically bring the problem along myself? I don't know. Oh well. it is what it is. I'm sure things will work themselves out, and I'll have a lovely day at home tomorrow. Don't know what I'll be doing, but hey, there we go. Driving back down here again, because the wife's car got fixed. I don't know. Oh well, right, okay. Catch up with you lot soon. Bye now.